Hello, I am AJ Pickett. This is the Mighty Glue Stick channel, so named for mysterious reasons. Write in the comments down below if you know why. And this is a game of Dungeons and/or Dragons. Probably dragons. Maybe dungeons. Definitely dragons. And we are on the world of Toril. We're in a spelljamming ship with a bunch of Warforged from across the multiverse who are hot on the pursuit of a dwarven citadel spelljamming vessel. And they're being accompanied by a gold high elf. And they appear to be in the ancient past of Toril on the continent of Faerun, back before the Netherall Empire rose to its height. So they're in the ancient lands of the elves and the dwarves. And the ship has just landed on a glacier on a mountain peak, which isn't actually the Great Peak Mountains, but I may have misspoken because I can't read maps. And yeah, so they've crossed over the narrow sea, past the towns of Seventon, and they are landed on a bunch of mountains, which in the far future will be covered in ice. So we rejoin our crew as they land, and the systems check out as everything is fine. And Steve gets out of the pilot's seat and walks over to the porthole and peers out and says, "Yep." Apparently, the ship is just over this next ridge here. Well, this sharp ridge here. They've gone on this. They've either landed or they've gone underground. I don't know. They've disappeared off my sensors. He taps the gauge. Yeah, it's working.
Have we landed? We landed on top of the glacier.
Yep. Quite stable.
Is there like, is it made of ice or is it dirt, like a stone glacier? Like,
no, this is very icy glacier.
Okay. I want to jump out, and Rourt's going to jump out and begin checking the foundation for the ship, and he's going to start double checking the ship for any repairs that might need to, like any damage that might have occurred. And then Bones is going to tag along with Freedom and see if what Freedom thinks about exploring this new ship that they're going to find.
So Freedom,
I think he's going to make sure this is a good place to park.
Okay. Freedom walks down the gangplank, which is at a sharp angle, so he's like, and then he stops on the gangplank, causing Bones to bump into the back of him. and he says, "Are we here to rescue the giant?" Then, as you look down, you notice that there is a humanoid figure directly underneath the ship where it's landed that is so big that it didn't first register on Rourt's sensors as a humanoid. He basically parked on a thigh.
Is it moving?
No, absolutely not. It's locked. It's about possibly 10 feet down this crystal clear, literally blue within blue ice, which is quite beautiful. And it appears to have been munched up a bit. It's definitely not in working order, this humanoid.
What color is the skin?
Brownish gray.
Is it a? Would I be able to tell like what type of giant it is? Like if
it appears to be a. It's the largest stone giant you've ever seen.
Okay. So it is like specifically a giant. All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
One of the characteristics of giants is that they're very big, hence the name, giant.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, bit of lore there.
It's my specialty.
Duncan wants to take a moment to speak with Steve in private, if possible. While everyone's gawking at this thing.
Steve is shuffling through a pack of cards, and he looks up at you. What's up?
Do you know how and when and where we ended up in the past?
How we got in the past?
Yes.
I've never been to this world before, so I didn't know we were traveling into the past. So I have no idea how to get back out of it, or even if it's just a function of the sphere.
I don't think it is.
Well, who knows? Maybe it depends on how you come in and out of here. It's unusual, but you sort of expect the unexpected when traveling between spheres. You'd think they put a sign or something.
You really would. Maybe we should make one.
Well, that would give my existence meaning.
Mm-hmm. And Duncan just wanders off.
Steve puts the cards down and just stares out the porthole.
Does the elf seem fazed by the giant?
NPC. The elf has landed nearby and seems completely unconcerned with the giant.
Okay. What about the dragon? There's a dragon with it, right?
Yeah, so only the copper dragon has come with you. The other two elves are basically flying caboose.
Yes.
Which dragon was this? This was Glocknir.
Glocknir has come with you. Okay. Not Glacris or Charlegrad.
Glacloras has stayed behind, and Shra Golorad has stayed behind.
Golorad.
Mainly because none of us can pronounce his name.
He's obscene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Irksome NPC.
All right. Bone's going to say, "What? So what do you know about giants then, Freedom? You know, have you seen one before? I don't think they have giants and where you came from."
We have something similar, but my memory files have been corrupted. I think they're files. I could just have memories, but I don't know. I should take notes.
Yeah.
He pulls out a fresh journal and starts to do a sketch of it.
Dear diary, I couldn't find my diary today, so I just wrote it on my 2 copies of Shrek 2.
There we go.
It's like a dot matrix printer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Old school.
Yeah. So, as you're all standing around and looking at this thing, you notice that there are holes in it of a regular sort of nature that look like big burrowed out. It's almost like it's been hit by meteors that have punched straight through it.
So it wasn't us that killed it.
Oh, no. This has been dead for centuries. And inside one of the burrowed out holes, you see some movement that looks like a gigantic maggot.
Ugh. Does anyone know what this thing is?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a nature check to see if I can figure out what that is.
Sure.
So... it's not great. It's 15.
It could be the largest ever rock grub you've ever seen.
No,
but...
sorry, 16. 11 plus.
Oh, 16. Well, this is probably some sort of an ice creature. It seems like an icy blue color, and it's segmented somehow, and spiky, but you can't see the top or the end of it, just the middle bit of it. But it's definitely got lots of legs.
Has it noticed us? Or is it...
Sorry, what was that?
Has it seen us? Has it noticed us? Or is it...
Apparently not. It's just busy munching away on the inside of a dragon. Inside of a giant. Sorry.
Okay.
Inside of a giant.
He's moved!
Okay, well, if it's happy eating a giant, then I'm not going to stop its lunch.
Sure.
Do we want to move the ship in case it gets hungry for...
Moving the ship might disturb it. I would suggest we just give it a wide berth.
Very well.
Eloise has slidden off the dragon and is strode over to you and says, "Leave the ship where it is. It will protect it by bursting out of the ice if anything approaches. It will not eat the ship or you."
Very well. DARPA's gonna hop down as well, and be right alongside Duncan.
Have any of you got dark vision?
Yes.
Oh, Bones does. He's
Okay.
got very good dark vision.
So, Bones and whichever one of Russell's characters was the one with the dark vision. I like to still use improvision, so they can detect that Eloise is not throwing off any heat radiation. He's the same color as the background ice. Almost like he's an illusion.
Typical
Or
cold
invisible,
elf.
or invisible to dark vision. The other two elves, who are still sitting on the dragon, are throwing off heat.
That's interesting. All right.
You're dead.
Let's go after this. So, Rourke's going to be like, let's go after this this dwarven ship and make sure that it doesn't go anywhere anytime soon.
Eloise says, "That's why you're here."
Yes.
Quite.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Let us go.
If we've finished exchanging obvious truths.
Slinky's gonna scout ahead, dodging from boulder to boulder.
So, in Warforged fashion, you move extremely quickly across icy terrain. The elves jump back on top of Glock and take to the wing, and you leave Steve behind on the ship.
Well, when you put it that way,
I'm thankful that we left him on.
He can have some alone time. Some more alone time.
He's earned whatever's coming to him.
He sits back down on the helm and rubs his hand affectionately across the brass armrest. It's not that way, man. He just likes the ship, okay?
The vending machine's not around still, so...
Yeah, the vending machine is good. Yeah. He's got a picture of a vending machine stuck on his locker.
And 2 cans just on the side.
Takes out a copy of Play Vend Monthly.
It's just a manufacturer's manual.
Okay, so you guys head out across the ice. You detect that there is heat signatures at the edge of the glacier, some about 500 feet from you. And then you hear a hooting cry, like a which bounces off the mountain walls and is answered on either side by some more hooting calls. Eloise, who is Glock is maintaining quite close to you and moving really slowly, just sort of. He yells down, "Yeti!"
I knew it.
Yet what? It replies Rort.
Primitive ape creatures.
I'd say make a break for the nearest
I believe he is talking about humans.
ridge from which they may ambush.
Glock has another idea and darts forward through the air, then does a strafing run across the ridgeline and blasts it with his breath weapon. This causes a slight avalanche, which actually makes a nice clear path of slurry and snow and chunks of ice, which bows down. You're hit by a wave of blast of air. Everybody sort of hunkers down. And then when you look up, there is a line of yetis running at you.
Thin their numbers.
Well, you can definitely make an attack roll for the members if you so desire.
Are they in a line of any sort that I
Yes.
can?
Yeah, they're in a direct line.
I'm
Where
gonna
it's like-
go. I'm gonna shoot them in that line with a lightning bolt.
You roll initiative?
So they're running directly at you.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you can get an attack well before they get here with if you have any ranged attacks.
Then I am going to.
It won't count as a surprise attack. They'd be expecting it.
Yeah, well, I guess Rort misses with his crossbow with a 9.
Okay.
And Bones is gonna cue an Eldritch Blast for 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a fire bolt. That is a 20. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Sure. You only need a 12 to hit them, so just to save time, if you roll over a 12, you don't need to tell me that you hit, just give me the damage.
Okay, well, the Eldritch Blast would have done 10 damage.
Nice. That hurt it, but it doesn't appear to have slowed it down.
All right, so that's gonna be 2d10.
Duncan is, well, he has to wait till they're within 60 feet.
It is
Right.
16 points of fire damage.
Nice. Again, hasn't slowed it down too much.
But he's going to cast Shatter on the first one. For 24 damage.
Shatter.
It makes a Constitution save.
Yes.
What's the DC?
14.
Definitely makes the saving throw, so half damage.
24 to 12.
12.
All right. So the three in the middle seem to have been hurt quite a bit, but they're not slowing down. They're charging at you, thinking that the mountain is coming down on top of them, and that they're being chased by a dragon. Which, in fact, they are. Wheeling around through the sky, the dragon makes a strafing run. One of them is hit by an arrow. Takes another 10 points of damage. The arrow definitely seems to be enchanted. And the dragon picks up one of them and carries it about 30 feet directly over top of you, and then drops it behind you. And it takes a total of 30 points of damage. and is looking pretty sorry for itself.
How close is the one that's behind us?
That would be about 10 feet behind you, but it's prone.
Okay. Do we want to roll initiative or?
We'll just go Russell, and then Jada, and then you, and then me.
Alright.
Don't forget to include all of your characters in your turns.
Yep.
Alright, Duncan's gonna move in with his mithril glaive of... It has a celestial inside of it.
Yeah.
And he rolls a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Wow.
I know. It's like they're just like walking around bare-assed, but with some fur on them. So Yetis, in case you've forgotten what they look like in D&D 5th edition, look like that.
Santa Claus.
So that is 11 damage. Plus he gets another attack
Cool.
via Thirsting Blade. And that was a 13.
Yep. Is this the one that is this one right behind you, the 10 feet away one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're going to kill him. How would you like to kill him?
Well, I know I'm certainly not going to leave the glaive inside of it. Nice, swift decapitation will do.
Okay. As you lop the head off, its neck keeps making a howling sound as it hits the ground with a twin spray of blood that spatters across the ice, staining its perfect hue. Another body to be dug up centuries hence.
Cute, yeah.
Okay.
So to intercept the remaining ones.
Yep. So we'll get another round of attacks from you guys, and then they are on you in melee range. So Russell, that was your attack. Jada?
Roth's going to drop his crossbow, draw his shield, and put it on, and he's going to move up to the frontest possible line, probably with Duncan, to head on the charge. That ends his turn. Oh, he'll cast Shield of Faith on himself. And
Shield wall!
And he'll prepare for the slaught. Bones is going to giggle to himself and pull out his wand, which looks like a giant finger. He's going to cast blindness on one of them. It needs to make a Constitution save, DC 13.
It's blind.
It lasts for 1 minute.
That was the most damaged one, by the way. So it's just stopped.
Slinky didn't move, but he just followed up behind Duncan in his way.
Okay.
And then Bones is gonna retreat a little bit and maybe keep an eye on that one that was behind them. And that's it.
Okay. The dead one.
Dead.
He's like, takes out his scalpel.
Is it possible for me to get on how far away are you? Said they're about 30 feet.
Yep. Anything is possible in Dungeons and Dragons.
Is it possible for me to get on just a side of them? I want to, but if I can't, it's fine. I want to get as many of them in a line as possible.
Essentially, all you need to do is move forward adjacent to Jada's shielded character, and then wait for them to run in, and you can just zot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ready my action to cast lightning bolt as soon as they are in a line in front of me.
Okay.
As soon as 2 or more of them line up.
Bear in mind there is a non-zero chance that they will break off to attack you in a mob.
All right. Right, and then DARPA is going to go up to the first one that he can see, which I'm guessing is the one that's already hurt.
That one's dropped back, so it's going to stay where it is.
Okay.
The rest of them.
Right, then he's going to go up to the first one that he can see, and he is going to first he's going to use his first attack. That is a 13 to hit. So that does hit.
Does he have like a military type background?
DARPA?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the one that you created. He's the monk.
Yeah, so as a monk, he would probably recognize the strategy of standing next to his shielded companion and taking the charge instead of running out by himself, because they're just going to mob around him and kill him.
Right, he's going up to the ones that are coming up with him.
Nobody else is running up forward.
Okay, then he's just gonna go up next to Jader's character then.
Cool. I don't want to cramp your style or anything. Just
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. So, no more ranged attacks from you guys.
No.
Okay. So they charge in forward and they start veering towards. Sorry.
Freedom has a crossbow. I don't know what.
Oh,
Freedom
yeah. Okay, so Freedom takes a shot. He misses. So they come. AJ's turns real fast. So they come charging forward. They start veering off towards the lightning bolt, which comes lancing at them. So essentially, you get a shot at all of them. How do lightning bolts work now?
They all need to make a
dexterity
save. Yep, and the DC is 15, I believe. 16. 16.
16. Shit, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
First 2, fail. Second 2, fail. That one's missed. Oh, massive fail. Fail.
Alright, this is about to get ugly.
Makes. The last one makes. He's like steps
Right,
sideways.
He takes half damage.
How do I get the feeling that it's just going to be a line of exploded yetis?
Because it's a 3rd level spell.
You can't supercharge a lightning bolt.
Fuck. 10, 20.
There's an extension cord going from you back to the generator.
32, 34 points of lightning damage
Oh,
to each of them.
yeah. Okay. Holy crap!
Oh crap! I meant to say that DARPA was gonna take the defensive stance action.
Well, technically, it still is turn. So okay.
All right.
Oh my god, that leaves him with like 16 hit points.
Cool.
Okay, so the first 2 are like. The second 2 go and just explode. And the last ones also get severely hurt. And the last one also explodes. So you're now left with a broken bunch of like 4 yetis left and 1 blinded one. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
So not even multiples, just like lightning bolt. They fought the machine, and the machine won.
Mm-hmm.
So they slow down to a crawl and start running the opposite way.
Okay.
Like,
This always happens in our combat.
yeah. If they got to you, it would have been gnarly, but they're only penetrating 3.
Oh, I'll start Eldritch blasting them until they're out of range.
They're all dead.
DARPA's just gonna say, I really wanted to punch something.
Bones gonna
Freedom
start.
set. Punch a dead one.
There's not much left of them to punch, though.
Well, the fur is mostly intact. They just sort of exploded from the belly. So
Their fur's on fire if they died.
no, it's scorched. They're still like this fur is like sticking out, really puffy, like they're just pom poms on the snow.
Bones is gonna collect some teeth or horns, or some sort of like bits of them.
Sure.
I don't think he has time to get a bone, but he'll just collect teeth and horns.
You hear a graunching sound with a pop as a hip socket breaks free as Glock rips a leg off one of them and just starts munching away on it.
What about the Yetis on the opposite ridge?
They have scattered. They're like scamper, 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 scamper.
You know, I think they wouldn't have been happy if they even killed us anyway, because they would have had no food to eat. So
Yeah,
I think we did them a
it would be
favor.
like it would have been like squeezing out an alchemical
I should
stack.
have left some for all of you.
Yeah, there's plenty of food now.
Yeah.
Eat your dead.
Okay. So you head up onto the moraine, the scree, and start trudging up. It's more difficult going as you're sinking waist deep into this this uneven terrain. So it takes a while to get up the ridge. You crest around the jagged, broken off boulders up the top, and looking down over quite a precipitous drop. So this is a jagged ridge line that runs down. It seems like the glacier has been cutting into quite a sharp peak. And looking down, you can see what appears to be rivers of smoke coming up the side of the peak from some chimneys which are down below. Artfully concealed, but still from directly above you can see straight down them into what appears to be a dull glimmering glow of heat.
Are there any Yetis nearby this ship of theirs? Are the Yetis?
Nope.
The Yetis just avoid their ship.
This is not the ship.
Oh.
These are houses.
Oh, these are like houses.
This-
Is it concealed inside the mountain, like a settlement in the mountain?
It's like the chimneys are from like front on sort of view, but you're directly above and you're looking down and you can see the holes of the chimneys. Otherwise, that'd be nearly impossible to see. And the smoke is running alongside the ridge, sort of sticking to the ridge side. So when it crests up the top, it just joins with the cloud formations and is invisible from view.
Well, Yetis don't normally make houses with chimneys, right? So...
Absolutely not. Fire and Yetis, not a thing that goes together.
Or lightning.
Does this appear more industrial, like forged chimneys?
This is dwarven. It seems.
Or
possibly dwarven.
well, if I were a dwarven citadel ship, I know I would probably want to go where more dwarves are. Do we want to perhaps take camp for the night and rest? We just made quite a bit of noise.
Bones is gonna poke Slink, and he's gonna ask him if he wants to go sneak and have a look about.
Absolutely. It's what I do.
This will probably help you. And he casts invisibility on Slink.
Oh, goody.
And I will use my last level 3 slot to cast non-detection on him so that he can't be spied upon using.
Can't be divined.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the next 8 hours, you are basically invisible. Well, I mean, you
1
are
hour.
invisible, but
1 hour for invisibility. But
8 hours for non-detection.
Duncan
plenty of
thinks
time.
back to his really, really nice length of rope that's sitting in a basement, crossing the river Styx. How are we gonna get Slink down there?
Can we check in on Alia and Igvor?
Igvor's-
Can we do a
Igvor's on
smash
his-
cut where we go to?
Igvor's on his way to kill Alia.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So here's my
Igor
question.
We'll cut to a scene where a Valkyrie flying out of the sky on a large griffin that looks like a raven has a squirrel, Ratatosk, on his shoulder, who is holding a auto-loading crossbow going down
it's
into
just
pitched
shooting.
combat.
It's just shooting needles
Yeah.
loaded with poisons. Okay, so I have Tensor's floating disc. Would I be able to put Slinky onto that and lower him down?
No, he's too heavy.
He's more than 500 pounds?
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, he's fine.
Alright. So I'm gonna do that.
I've got some rope as well if you need
I'll
to.
say, are you
Sorry,
comfortable?
I was
Are you
thinking
comfortable with this, Slinky?
More than
He says-
comfortable.
I was thinking of Nithral's Frisbee. Precursor to the floating disc. Then there's Nithral's Wave Rider.
Yeah, I suppose we're using an older version of floating disc that isn't just useless.
Nithral's Coffee Coaster. Nithral's Wine Glass Fetcher.
Fantastic.
Big B's floating disc. Or Big B's floating dick. I screwed up the joke!
Nithral's Monocle. Okay. By the way, Alia is currently in the City of Brass wearing a guard's uniform outside of a large mansion, leaning against a halberd, looking at her nails going, well, this is bullshit.
How did you become a god? Oh, we'll find out.
Oh no.
So she's alive and well.
Got conscripted.
Well-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's punishment.
Yeah.
That one would hire her to do that.
Oof.
So I guess Slink's heading on down to try to scout out an entrance or any other.
Sure. So you head on down, and you feel. Does he have any sort of detect magic-y type thing going on? Actually, give me a perception check.
$16.
Nice. So he's sticking to the shadows really well, but you see down below what appears to be a dog-headed humanoid, almost like a were creature, but like not, because he's fully clothed and civilized looking. He's kind of reddish furred, like an Irish setter. And he's making his way down the hillside, and you see just wafting in the wind a very thin rope ladder, which is going up into midair and disappearing. Is Russell there?
Yes.
Did Russell make a perception check?
Slinky made a perception check.
Would he indicate to Russell to have a look?
I'm confused.
Russell.
Oh, sorry, Duncan.
I was like,
You're in the game now.
He would certainly like to, but he's currently invisible and non-detection.
Okay, so
So
he
I
has
don't
no
know how
idea.
he would do
Yeah.
such a thing.
He has no idea that Slinky has just detected Phantom Orin walking down the mountain slope.
Oh shit!
Phantom. Phantom?
Phantom! Pretty much.
Slinky doesn't know Phantom from Bar Soap, so it's just a normal dog person.
dog angel person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Slink is going. Well, how far away was he?
Oh, he's a good 500 feet away. Not out of bowshot range, long range.
Well, Slinky doesn't know who he is, so I guess he would go to the base of the rope going into the sky and see what that's all about.
So coming down the rope are a pair of Azer, which are flame-headed, almost metallic-skinned dwarves.
Right, so he's going to wait for them and follow them wherever they're headed.
Sure. Is he concealed?
Yes. He's invisible.
Oh, okay. Right. So they go marching down a rope ladder. And jump off the last couple of rungs and crunch down, completely oblivious to the fact that they're being detected. And they busy themselves with taking out some books and ledgers and things from their backpacks, and they don't appear to be armed. Very unusual for dwarves.
He's going to try to get a peek
At the
of
books and
these
ledgers.
books and ledgers, yeah.
One of them is Land Wars and Chult. No, I'm just kidding. So it's in Dwarvish, and it appears to be kind of ledgers for goods and trading. These are Azer merchants.
He's going to attempt to see any like large symbols at the top of pages.
Oh,
Something where he might recognize inventory or
Yep. So first they check over their inventory and tuck that under one arm, and then the two of them step to a reasonably flat top rock, put a book down, open it up, and it's got a map of the Dwarven Citadel down below, and they're pointing at an area next to what appears to be chimney outlets, which seems to be a large hatch of some kind. It's basically just like a big square with dots around it that leads down an obvious shaft into a big holding area, which is on like a mezzanine between with a drop going down to huge amounts of forges. And if you're reading it correctly, the size scale for this is huge. Like, this is a big forge with big corridors and stuff. And there's a molten heart down below, like lava down there. Does he speak Dwarvish?
does not.
Right. Do you speak any other languages?
Common and Goblin.
Ah, shit, Nichols.
Oh, well, fuck me.
Yeah.
Should have brought Darpo with you because
Yeah.
he's pretty stealthy and oh god.
So you recognize the dwarven word for adamantine, which is adamon. Adamon. Patron Adamon Yotan Aka Tish. And they're indicating that the ship above them shall move over the big hatch after it is opened, as far as you can ascertain. And then somebody named Jotun will take the load.
Oh.
How long has he been gone?
That's about all he's comfortable ascertaining alone.
Like
So-
3 minutes. I should point out
when
that
he
the
looks at the
dragon
diagram,
and the dwarves and the elves are still over the ridge line. They haven't followed through. They're just perched up there, out of sight.
when he looks at the diagram of the hatch, it just goes straight down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's only for cargo.
Yep.
Okay. He's gonna make his way back to the disc and
Sure.
head up to the party.
So the hatch appears to be like 200 feet straight down a 100 foot by 100 foot shaft, and the chimneys seem to be about 10 foot square. The space inside them, and they go down at least 300 feet to forges. They're not like chimneys directly into a fireplace. They're probably like a big extractor.
Were there any chimneys that weren't smoking currently?
They're all smoking. But that's okay. You guys don't need to breathe.
God.
I just need to not reach a temperature threshold that I'm not comfortable with. But yeah, he's gonna go up to the party and tell them all about the dog man from the sky.
Russell will be probably...
Russell?
Oh, sorry, Duncan. Sorry. One moment, please. Duncan will probably have reason to suspect that that was a Hound Archon.
A red one.
Yeah, and all kinds of little suspicions are going to go firing off in his mechanoid brain. No doubt. You have every reason
That son of
to
a
suspect cosmic hijinks.
Duncan, are you okay? You seem frustrated.
I think that was my previous employer. Who has his fingers in all manner of dirty deals.
In the past,
Yeah, Freedom goes, how's that possible? Oh, unless everybody that arrives here goes back in the past.
I don't like this ride we're on. I would like to get off.
A lot of dirty deals for a long, long time.
So there is a... as the hatch starts to slide up and then down into little side panels. and there's a plume of smoke, old, cool smoke, which comes billowing out. Yeah, and then there's a whoop as a invisibility spell, a large invisibility spell wears off, and you are looking at the impressive dwarven citadel, which is sitting right over top of you.
Over the top of us.
Yeah, it starts to go.
Oh, so it's like going towards the hatch.
Yeah, directly over top of the hatch, and then there's another.
How high is it above us?
It's about 40 feet up at most, but it's lowering down a little bit. You're upslope from it now, so you're actually on a par with it.
What I want to do is I want to jump onto it and hold onto it and then go for a ride into the tunnel. But
you can totally do that.
Yeah, but how am I going to jump 40 feet into the sky?
With a dice roll and with the will of the gods.
I have a rope of climbing.
Hey, there you go.
Is there a way? Okay.
I mean, I don't think this is part of our job description.
A chandelier appears out of nowhere in between.
I look for a chandelier.
Covered in green flame.
Sling told us that the adamantine, there was something to do with adamantine in the hatch. That's the plan, right? That's the goal.
Well, I believe we were just supposed to gather
We were told
information
to
about
scout.
where they were going.
If we could get that
and
map,
how we know.
we could knock that Aesir on the head and get the map. That would be quite useful.
But we don't need to do that. We have done what we have came here to do.
Don't know. Where's the elf? Is he still up in the sky somewhere, or is he hiding?
Yeah, he's hiding over the ridgeline.
Why put ourselves at unnecessary risk just for a map? I am already low on spell slots. I would rather not.
If
Or on spells.
Rod's
I
gonna
don't mean
say,
spell slots.
No, you got USB slots with
Yeah.
spell sims.
I am already low on spells for today.
Rod's going
How
to
about-
say, if Duncan, previous employer, is in this world, then he knows how to get to and from this plane. So he probably has the solution in regards
I would
to.
assume that whenever we leave,
Good thinking, Jay.
Well,
I'm giving you an inspiration
It's
point.
either hidden from before, or so he doesn't know me. Or if he does know me, he does not want to help me.
But, well, what is your employer? Obviously, you like him, right?
let me explain to you a thing called capitalism.
Okay, are we roper climbing this, or what's
I
going to
mean, you
happen?
brought the rope all this way.
I mean,
It
at
is
the end
your
of the day,
former
we're going to
boss.
do what the elf wants.
If this was a James Bond movie and you saw the item beforehand, you would definitely be using it during the movie at some point.
It's Duncan's, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want me to Salom ski down the slope and then try to jump onto the.
Go ahead. Rope of climbing to the fortress.
Alright, well, Rolt's just going to throw the rope up. And then, we all, I'm going to hold onto the rope and then it gets, I guess it floats us.
Yeah, you just shimmy across.
Bones is going to.
You are now
jump on there as well?
On it. Yep, he's now on a Dwarven Citadel. Feels rock solid.
DARPA and Mark are gonna head up there as well.
Sure.
And once we get to the top, DARPA's going to use one of his key points, and he is going to cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us. So,
Okay.
all of you get a +10 to your stealth rolls as
Right.
the shadows start to cover your bodies and your footsteps begin to make no sound.
Let's find a place to hide until this gets inside the hatch. Is there like some unmarked barrels we can jump into? Or can we just pretend to be statues? Is there a room
Yeah,
full of
well,
constructs we can just stand in?
I'm gonna pull up an image of what the Dwarven Citadel looks like, just to give you some idea of what this ship looks like. One moment, please. It will be on your Discord thingy in just a moment.
Oh yeah, we could just climb up over any ledge and drop into a crevice.
You hide in its mustache?
You could. So the mouth has lowered down completely like a scream, and that is pulled right down below and become the ramp that they are lowering down the huge block of adamantium. And from below, from your vantage point, you can see that some dark-skinned, flame-haired dwarves of enormous size moving up by levitating up from below. And they are fire giants, and there is 4 of them. They appear to be
dwarvish fire giants.
Fire giants from a perspective of distance look like dwarves.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's when you go, oh, those are giants, and they rise up, and so they are reaching up and grabbing hold of the block of adamantine as it comes down, and they're like, and you see these sparkles as these magical giant strength girdles that they're wearing take the load, and they start to lower down really slowly with lots of grunts and booming calls and Jotunese.
When he speaks giant?
Duncan activates his Ironstone.
Let's see. Do I speak giant?
This is heavier than I expected.
No, I don't speak giant.
Take the load, Scruffles, you pussy. Ah! This belt was made by your uncle's mother. It is inferior. I will fight you. Good. I look forward to it.
I'm translating this.
Sounds like a bunch of wimps to me.
Yarn.
The joke is that I am very weak.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, fucking fire giants. All right. Well, I am feeling more and more regretful for the decisions we have made today.
Well, we can, if they're loading whatever the payment is for the adamantine, then we'll see it from here. Or maybe they're not.
So it lowers slowly down the shaft. The dwarven citadel starts to close up and move backwards slightly from the shaft. And you see multiple dwarves moving down from the eyes. Lots of the eyes open up like hatches, and past some weapon embankments, some more ropes and things are thrown down, and the dwarves, the Aesir, start to shuffle down the dwarven ropes.
I believe it's time to abdicate our position.
Let's move somewhere.
Yeah, they'll basically overshoot you, and they seem quite intent on what they're doing going down the ladder. They still have no idea that you're there.
Okay.
We can't really follow them.
Do we want to follow them?
Slink wants to follow them.
There is a
Slink.
large number of dwarves on these ropes, moving down quite a distance.
Wink, wink. Slink wants to cut the rope.
Cut the rope. Make it rain dwarves.
Slink's gonna cut the rope.
Okay.
Unless nobody stops him. Like Princess Bride style cutting the rope, yeah.
Reaches out his hands and little saw blades come out. The dwarves.
Mark's taking notes.
The dwarves had no idea that was coming, and about one half of the crew plummets to their death.
It seems like a good distraction. Now we can go into the hatch without him.
So there's still a rope full of dwarves on the other side of the moustache.
Can I like burn it a little bit to make it look like that it frayed from tension?
Oh well.
Just in case they come up and start looking at that stuff, they won't suspect that there's people on the ship.
Why not use the flame to burn the other rope?
I mean, yes, I will. I'll use my firebolt to do that.
Awesome.
That's gonna be 12 plus my.
How much damage?
20.
How much damage? 20?
No, not 20 damage, but I can give you the damage in just a second.
You're looking for more than 10.
Well, that's gonna be 15.
Great. One of the ropes burns through. The ladder goes like that. Half of them drop immediately. The resulting weight on the single rope strand, which is weak, on fire, then snaps a second later. So they have moments to see who did this. And they're like, from their perspective, it's creations of Moradin, just like angels of Moradin just killed them all.
Your god has abandoned you.
You can say that in Dwarvish. I'll give you a level right now.
I can say it.
Yeah, I can actually. I'm gonna cast tongues and say it in, in Dwarvish.
Moradin the clutch!
And then I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make it just boom.
Nice. So these ones are close enough to the hatch to actually fall all the way down into the magma of the forges. Being Aesir, they actually drown.
Damn it.
I think magma would be dense enough that you hit it, you just go splat and then sink, right?
Yeah, it's like quicksand.
I can't cast tongues because I've already used all of my 3rd level spells.
Duncan can do it. He's wearing the belt of dwarven kind.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then I'll prestidigitate his voice to boom
Nice.
as he says, "Your gods have betrayed you."
Everybody levels up.
Hell yeah!
From killing all those dwarves. They just
killing the entire crew of a dwarven citadel. Yeah. You level up.
as they land, they all go pew, pew, and little experience points jump up in the sky.
I look over to the elf and I say,
This is why you always ride the Chandelier.
"Are you happy now?"
Let us commandeer a fortress.
So,
Oh yeah, we could actually just go inside the fortress and
are
start
we still
screwing
taking
around.
max HP? Are we still taking max
Yeah.
HP for leveling up?
Yep. Cool. Oh, you...
Uh-oh.
No, what could possibly go wrong?
I dropped out
They
for about
definitely
10
know we're
seconds
here
there.
So the giants, you hear an alarm klaxon from down below.
It is absolutely time to commandeer a ship.
The panels of the shaft, which are in the midst of closing, stop, and with a launch of gears, start to open again.
Alright, let's make our way inside of this giant dwarf head.
From down below, you hear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I always hated jazz.
Yeah, who knew? Fire giants in the ancient past were big jazz aficionados. Okay. So you scurry through the weapon hatches to discover these impressive lightning lances, really big things that require a crew of like 6 dwarf engineers to operate, and make your way through twisting corridors, which are regimented and signposted, with deck plans on each corner because these are very lawful beings. Head up some steps, and you're immediately confronted by 2 shield golems. Who go and are in combat positions in little alcoves, ready for just such an occurrence.
Can I use...
They're like pleasure. They're like little fighting pleasure circuits are on maximum thrill right now.
maximum thrill.
Roll initiative.
We are not the we are not the ones who killed your friends.
Doesn't matter. You're not Asia.
Do we roll initiative?
We are Asia.
It's on their first checklist of the logic circuit. Not Asia, kill. Huh,
Do
okay.
we roll initiative for our characters separately, or...
No, just yourselves individually.
All right, 19.
Excellent.
14?
14.
I'm going to take
19,
Russell,
14,
you can
14.
Russell. You're going to beat Jada because you have a beard. Show that's just how it is. All right. Here we go. So,
Oh yeah, what's his face is still invisible, right?
I think it's been over an hour.
I think he's still invisible, right?
yeah,
Oh.
he could be, I suppose. So the one of the shield golems is going to go first, and one is going to go last.
Is it dark in here?
Yeah, it's pitch black.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have pointed that out. It's, the A0
No fire?
No, the A0 are fire. They don't need any illumination.
Rort will light a torch.
Okay, that's yep. Where is shield golem? You'd think I'd know exactly. Like all the pages would just fall open. Well, it's a monster manual, so the pages just fall apart. Wizards of the Coast. Right. That'll be 271. For those of you playing along at home, please turn to page 271. and also watch my upcoming video on golems.
Oh yeah, I know why it's called the Mighty Glue Stick.
He fixes books.
It's true.
No. I mean, he does, but originally.
Oh, the real reason.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Shield Golem goes Bashity. Whereabouts would you guys be? You'd be coming up steps into a platform, and who would the first two golems, first two Warforged up the steps be?
I would be in the
Rort's,
back.
Rort's definitely leading the charge.
Rort? You can go two abreast.
Probably Duncan, because he can read the signs.
Right. Who's immediately behind them?
That would be me.
Bones.
Bones?
And then Mark and DARPA.
So,
Slink is in the rear,
so Slink,
because he's Slink.
Slink and DARPA are bottom, and the middle is Mark and Bones, and the front is
Bones.
Rort and Duncan.
Got it. So Rort, Bones,
Freedom.
and DARPA are
Freedom.
Freedom's at the very back because he's quite slow. Here's the caboose. So on the left-hand side of the corridor are Rort, then Bones, then DARPA. On the right side are Duncan, then Mark, then Slink. You can fire past your allies with no problems. They don't have any issues, and you can also share a space with your allies. Yeah. So the golems, the shield golem on the right attacks first. And it's attacking Duncan. It makes 2 fist slamming attacks. First swing goes wide, and you weren't expecting a second follow-up punch to come straight through, but that connects with your chest plate. And that does dice. Where did I put my dice? He's a groovy fruit who really knows where his dice is at. That only does 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Ooh. Now, the interesting thing is there is a glowing amulet on the chest of each of these shield golems. And those of you who have knowledge of construct, which I'm assuming is all of you, as you're all...
I'd hope so.
That's your forte. When a creature makes an attack against a wearer of the Shield Guardian's amulet, the Guardian grants a +2 bonus to the wearer's AC if the Guardian is within 5 feet of the wearer. So as long as these two Shield Guardians are within 5 feet of each other, they are wearing each other's control amulet. So their armor class is not 17, it's 19.
Right.
They're protecting each other.
Yeah. Welcome to the Mighty Glue Stick. You can use that one at home.
Okay.
Is it fair? No.
Whose go is it now?
Sorry. It would be Bryce. Your turn.
All right. All right. The first one that I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look at it. And I'm gonna save that spell until later. And
So
I'm just gonna-
Bones is looking straight ahead at Shield Guardian number 1, and Mark is looking straight ahead at Shield Guardian number 2. So they're side by side. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Slinky and I'm gonna whisper to him, "Do you want to be small and hard to hit?"
Sure.
So instead, I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna put a 4th level haste into him.
Okay.
So you get a +1 to your AC. You get an extra attack action and a extra bonus action, I believe.
You can use, you get like a special action that you can use, a hasted action. So it can be an extra single attack, a dash, or
Oh, your
a
AC
hide.
goes up by 2. Your AC goes up by 2. You get an additional action on each of your turns, and you can dash, disengage, hide, or use object as a part of that action as well. Right, and then DARPA's gonna go. He's gonna go. He's gonna defensive stance.
Cool. Russell.
Is there room for Slink to even get up the stairs and to the golems?
You can move past your allies with no problems.
Also doubles your speed.
Mm-hmm. When you're moving around the shield golems, you will have to move defensively. Otherwise, they will get attacks of opportunity against you if you move outside of their reach.
And disengage as your hasted action.
Yeah. Yeah, you can move into their reach, but moving out of their reach...
You can also do that as his bonus action.
So one has moved forward and the other has not moved. Therefore, there's a gap to get between them, yeah?
Correct.
Right, Slink will go up the stairs, dodging through and around everybody like a just maniacal robot on overdrive, because that's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, meow, meow, meow. Meow.
When he reaches the first golem, he will use his hasted bonus action to disengage beyond it.
Well, you can use your normal disengage.
Yeah.
As a
Well, he wants to also attack.
Well, you
Okay.
can use that bonus ability to attack as well. I thought he was a rogue.
Yeah, you're on a slinking...
He's a dual-wielding rogue, and he wants to attack twice.
Sure. So he's now flanking the first shield golem on the right-hand side of the room with his allies on the other side. So he will be getting automatic advantage. Nice.
First one misses. And the second one misses.
Damn. The good news is, because you have not done significant or any amount of damage to it, it's concentrating on the main body of enemies, thinking that you are just trying to get past. So good. What's DARPA doing? What's Duncan doing? He's still in the front.
Right, he's going to throw Hexblade's Curse on the golem that attacked him. He's going to try to beat it down.
Cool.
Misses his first attack. And he hits a second one. $14 damage.
Nice. Excuse me. Okay. Next up
Oh.
will be Jada.
17 damage.
Oh, 17 on total.
Yeah.
Off. Okay, Jada. What are you going to do?
Alright, Bones is out of spell slots, but he's going to Eldritch Blast almost point blank. He's 10 feet away from, or 5 feet away from one of them. So that's a cocked. They both miss. Pachink, pachink. And then Rort is going to, he doesn't have his shield on, so he's going to cast Shield of Faith on himself as a bonus action again. And then he's going to wrestle one of these Warforged, and he's going to attempt to shove it. It needs to make a... I just rolled a natural 20, so it needs to make a athletics or acrobatics check and beat a 26, or I begin grappling it.
It rolls a 1. So you've got it in a
I'd like to rugby charge it, and I'm going to push it 15 feet backwards as I...
Yep, it falls. It pushes backwards and falls prone.
I'm going to provoke from the other one when I'm doing this, but other than that, that's what happens on my turn.
Okay. The other one does not take an opportunity attack.
Okay, that ends my turn. Both of my characters.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so Shield Guardian number 2 gets up. And will proceed to pound on Rort a couple of times.
Okay, go for it. Armor class is 19.
19.
With Shield of Faith.
16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 1 hit.
Okay, go for it.
$14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Shield of Faith is still up, still concentrating on it. Okay, 14 points of damage. Oof, he takes it on the chin.
Wipes a bit of oil off.
Yeah.
There's a whirring of gears. Okay. This is like the most heavy metal fight ever.
We're rock and roboting.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of the first round. The second round starts with Shield Golem number 1. Goes and activates its stored spell.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And erects a wall of fire across the front of the, basically directly in front of it, across. See, Rort's moved forward, so this would be on Duncan's position and in front of Bones and Mark.
Oof, okay.
You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make the wall up to 60 feet long and 20 feet high, so it fills this. 1 foot thick, and it's opaque, so hard to see through. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 5d8 fire damage, or half as much on a successful save. So, Duncan?
That would be a 2 minus 2, which equals 0.
So you're just like, interesting. Oh, my books!
Yeah.
Okay, so damage is so many d8s. It's too many. I don't believe in just doing averages. Takes all the thrill out of dice. It's 5. Oh, okay. 16. 26 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
So each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of the fire takes the same damage.
And then every turn thereafter, if it jumps through or interacts with the wall, it just takes the damage automatically. There's no save.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This will last for approximately 1 minute.
Damn.
Yeah. So it also takes a punch at Duncan as well. And rolls a 1. And slams its fist into the wall. Looks down briefly at a damaged knuckle joint.
Who's up now?
Oh, sorry. Bryce.
All right. I'm 20 feet back, right, from the wall?
No.
No?
No, you were right behind Duncan and Rort. And Bones and M4RK have not moved.
All right.
Like I say, you can move back, or you can move through the wall if you want.
Can I can't see the creatures, can I?
Not anymore. Well, you can see a vague outline of roughly how close or how far away they are. You just can't see any details.
Would I be able to shoot a firebolt through?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna shoot a firebolt through at the one that put up the firewall.
Cool.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So that's gonna be. You said max first? Max and then roll? Or for crits, or do you do just roll twice?
Oh, maximum for the first and roll for the second.
So then that's 20 and 32. 32 points of fire damage. And then Mark's gonna
Which
back
one?
up a little.
Which one? Shield 1 or Shield 2?
The one that put up the fireball, so he'll have
Shield
to
1.
make a concentration check.
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
So 30, 32, did you say?
32.
You also notice at the start of the round that he healed up some damage.
Oof. Is there any way for DARPA to get around the wall without going through it?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Wet wipes, maybe. Or a blanket. Possibly a spray bottle. Teleportation.
Where's your
Take an ally and
greased up leather suit for the plane of fire?
put them down and then walk across them. Use freedom.
Chivalry with firewalls.
Just ride freedom across.
Right,
Don't you dare.
well, he doesn't. he doesn't have anything other than his fists. So
I should mention that freedom does feel pain. Physically and emotionally.
Existential pain all the time.
yeah, he doesn't want to go through that fire, so he's just gonna stay on this side.
Sure. Is he moving back from the
He
fire?
is. He's gonna move
Okay.
away.
So he's now behind DARPA.
He's DARPA. No, that's DARPA and Mark are moving back. Away from the
They're
fire.
both trying to get behind each other.
No, they're trying to get to where they won't take damage from the fire.
Okay, so they're both now outside of the damage range of the fire. So they're basically just in front of Freedom. Freedom has not advanced at all. And Bones is the only one who is in danger of taking damage from the fire. Rort's moved forward.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I completely forgot about this. You said it was completely that it was dim light. So he's gonna shadow step to the
Teleportation.
to the other side of the room, and he's gonna attack the one that not Duncan, but the rogue is attacking.
DARPA is?
DARPA is, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So you're on the other side of the one that Rort is attacking?
no, the other side of.
So you'll be standing next to Slinky.
Yeah,
Yes, you
no,
will.
the other side of Slinky. I'm gonna flank with Slinky.
I think that's the hot side.
Okay.
I believe there's only one hot side of the
No, there's two hot sides of a fire.
wall of fire.
Mm-hmm.
So then he's gonna attack it twice.
You can be like flanking on the hard edge of the wall,
Yeah.
so that Slinky is here and you're hard up against the wall.
So
You'll
he's
still be
gonna attack
protected
him.
from fire.
That's gonna be 18, not enough to hit. So then he's gonna also flurry of blows, which is 3 attacks, and on his second flurry of blows, he's going to.
Did
use
you
a
roll with
stun.
advantage because you're flanking?
That's right. It's a 2. But both of the ones from the flurry of blows are going to hit. These are considered magical. I don't know if that matters for the purposes of Shield Guardian. That's going to be 10 points of damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from.
DC?
I believe it's
It
11.
fails. It fails.
He is stunned.
Wait, 11
Mm-hmm.
still fails by 1. He's stunned. Okay.
Wisdom.
Brr. Yeah, still works.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, nice. Russell.
So Duncan is going to disengage because he needs to get to the helm and shut the door before the ship is filled with fire giants.
Okay, so you're going to need to make it past these guys.
Yes.
Now, looking into the room, which is kind of got sidelined by the immediate combat, you notice that there is a control panel next to a door.
I was just
Oh,
sending
yeah.
that to you. I was just sending you that for reference.
Yeah, that's fine. So there's a control panel next to the door, and you notice now that the door is slowly lowering. And there's a counter, which has got 10 seconds on it. So it'll be not this round, but next round that something is going to happen.
Something I don't like.
There's no deep beep beeps in a dwarven citadel. It's clack, clack, clack.
Well, he's going to try to reach the control panel and figure out what the thing that's happening is.
Okay, so you've stepping out of the wall of fire. So you're now in front of a shield guardian which is stunned, so it can't make opportunity attacks against you.
In which case I would dash.
Nice. You are now standing behind Slinky in front of a control panel. And yeah, doesn't take any actions to observe that this is an arcane apparatus. Or you could just go straight through the door and fuck everybody else.
Make an Arcana check.
Nice.
$23.
Oh, well. You can easily just rip this panel off and tear out the wiring, and it'll stop anything that's going on. Brute force is the way to disable a dwarven apparatus.
But can I tell what is going on?
Oh, yeah. So the door is closing. Once it closes, it will seal, and this entire room will probably be filled with either acid, poison gas, or incendiary flame.
Fantastic. I will destroy the panel.
Okay, that'll be next round.
Okay.
Excellent.
Slink is going to become a flurry of knives.
Steppity, 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 steppity.
I guess he's no... Is he within 10 feet of the wall of fire?
Here and here. No. Nowhere near.
Actually, he's going to move to golem number 2 so he can get advantage flanking sneak. Well, I guess he wouldn't get sneak attack.
Is he very strong? Do you think he could pick up a shield golem?
I do not.
Okay. Rort is in front of shield golem number 2. So
I'm still
Slinky,
grappling it.
yeah, so Slinky could definitely have advantage on attack rolls there too. And no opportunity attacks.
So 6 damage on his first attack. Five. Miss. $17 hits because they're the amulet synergy has been broken, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 more.
Is this a regular or a McFlurry? Dun, 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 dun. It's not loving it.
And 6 more damage.
Oh, jeez.
It's a good thing you didn't get sneak attack.
He does have sneak attack.
Well, it's a construct, so...
I think they have that rule. They don't have that rule in 5e anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's
You know all the vital points. Oil sump, main actuator.
When constructs fight each other, they know each other's vitals.
Makes sense, right?
But whenever we fight against like humans and stuff, what the fuck are we doing?
So that's 7,
Right in the
7
gig.
more damage.
Son of a bitch.
I don't
Seven
understand.
more?
7 more.
Yep.
Oh man, that was an impressive amount of damage.
I don't understand why they have this weakness in their crotch. But only half of them.
Only half of them.
Seems like a weird design flaw.
Yeah, but if you stick a knife in there, then all of them have it.
Bonus, your knife comes out slightly sharpened too, because okay. It slices, it dices, it juliennes, fries. Jada.
Okay, Rort is going to draw his longsword, letting go of the grapple, and he's going to say, yield! And that's a 1 and a
One thing that doesn't work against shield golems.
21. So a 1 and a 21. Okay, so that's
what, hit?
to hit. And then,
Okay.
And that does. And then
I thought you were trying for an intimidation check.
It's like, no, he's just like, as in the steel will yield. So that's 10 points of damage slashing, and that's the end of his turn. And then Bones is going to not be able to really do much. He's going to double check on Freedom, make sure he's okay. Tells him that this is a wall of fire and don't go near it.
Okay.
And yeah, just hangs around.
Freedom's like,
Yeah, this is a wall of fire here. It's really hot, so don't go touching it.
Freedom goes. Misses twice.
Okay. And then
A 9 and a 9, so it was pinpoint accuracy in the wrong place.
Okay. Yeah, no, you can't shoot the wall of fire, Freedom. That's not how it works. But it's...
I will shoot you. I will shoot you.
And then he's going to look down where they came from. Is there anything where they've come from at the moment?
Just a closed hatch behind you.
Okay. Maybe he's going to go over and make sure it's locked, if there's a locking mechanism.
Yeah, it's hydraulically locked. So you'd have to basically break the wall and cut the hydraulic lines.
Good. Then that's his turn, I guess.
Cool. All right. Shield Golem number 2 regenerates. It's been standing up the entire time, so it's going to try and break the grapple. What's the DC for you for a grapple check?
Oh, he had to let go of it because he pulled his longsword out and double-handed it.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. So he's got just Wrought and Slinky. Slinky did by far the most amount of damage. So it spins around, its torso spins around. Big
Hey, boss, I didn't do nothing.
And it goes with 2 slamming attacks.
Am I next to Slinky? Or is Slinky 5 feet away from me? He's Wrought 5 feet away from Slinky.
Yeah, on the other side.
Okay, never mind.
Actually, he's going to hit Slinky once, and he's also going to activate his spell. That is a 17 to hit Slinky.
Ooh, that's his AC.
Equals and hits, I believe, is the rule.
Yep.
So that is a grand total of 9 points of damage, bludgeoning. Probably got an uncanny dodge or something, right?
Yes.
Okay. The spell then activates and erects a wall of fire across the back wall, right on Duncan again.
Wait, so how much space is between these 2 walls of fire now? Is it just 10 feet between?
No, it's about 15 feet.
Okay.
So the shield golems are in the sweet spot.
Okay, it's getting really
5.
warm.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here.
I could have sworn that Wall of Fire said that only one side, but I guess I misread the spell.
Let me double check.
So the good news is that I only have a -1 to Dex, and the
One
bad
side
news is that I
one
rolled a
side-
3.
Yeah, one side of the wall selected by you when you cast the spell deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. Creature takes sustained damage when it's... So, I guess it would be the side facing the room.
Correct. All right,
Okay.
cool. I wanted to know like where was safe for us to move.
In a dwarven citadel, nowhere.
That's fair.
So Dex save from you, please.
2.
2 again.
Well, that's an improvement. Oh shit. So it's 12. 26 points of fire damage. Now, bad news is that's definitely enough to require a saving throw from your books.
No,
Yes.
I refuse.
That's a
This
lot of
is
fire.
how we're gonna do it.
This is how Duncan dies. Books burning on his body.
16.
Makes. It's
I
singed.
like to imagine, because he got such a bad roll, he put himself in position to shield his books.
Yeah. Your favorite writing quill goes up in flames, though. The smell of roasting pheasant. Right. So that was Shield Guardian number 2. Top of the round, Shield Guardian number 1 heals up. And it is... Let's see, Slinky's moved over there. It's got Darba behind. Oh, it's got Duncan way behind. Nobody in front. So it turns and attacks Rort.
It's stunned.
Oh, okay. So it attacks Rort. It's got a... Oh, it's only a 5-foot reach. No shit.
Stunned is incapacitated. It can't take actions.
So it saves against stunned?
Stun lasts until the monk's next turn.
My turn.
Okay. Good shit. It does nothing. Well, it deals with it. Okay. So, Bryce.
All right, DARPA's gonna try and hit it again. It has advantage because it's stunned. 14 plus... I don't understand the layout of D&D Beyond. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be 20 to hit, so that will hit. So that's going to be a total of 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And then its bonus action is going to be a flurry of blows. That was 2 20s in a row. Damn it. It could have been multiple crits. That's a 19. Alright, so it's going to be 6, 12, 22 points of damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw against being stunned again, because he's gonna stunning strike him again.
DC?
12.
Yeah, max easily.
Yeah, I figured, but it's always nice to try.
Okay, so it is no longer stunned.
That is the end of his turn, and then on Mark's turn, Mark's going to point at the shape of the one that he's looking at.
Yep.
And he is going to use his Wand of Wonders. That is a 33. What is that?
One moment, please.
Oh, my bad. Here, I can...
Google it.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Heavy rain falls in a 60-foot radius centered on the target. The area becomes lightly obscured. Rain falls until the start of your end next turn.
That would be great if it wasn't magical fire.
Steam for everyone.
This is gonna suck. This is gonna be fucking awful.
Yeah.
It's a sauna.
So that'd be great if it was like non-magical fire.
Yeah. God damn it.
So it's like
Now we're just wet and miserable.
no. Now everyone is lightly concealed.
Everyone's considered.
Mm-hmm. So for those of you on the other side of the fire, they are now fully concealed. So they've got full cover.
Okay.
Freedom goes.
So I guess from Rourt's point of view, it was like all the shapes become just a white.
Mm-hmm.
Just becomes a blurry nothing.
Yep.
This is miserable.
So if anybody was in this room, up the corridor, there's a steam goes flowing towards the control room.
Oh no.
It's probably fine.
They're gonna die.
Hey, that's where Duncan is.
Yeah, Duncan's at the control panel, so
We're gonna end up gaining more levels from killing all of the crew.
how much XP for crashing a ship? Okay, so was that both your characters? No, that was just
Yeah, those are both my characters. He just looks at the rod and goes, "Dumb thing."
Still trying to figure it out.
all of the blue ones are flashing, and then a smiley face pops up, and he's like, "This is not a time to be happy."
Okay, Russell.
You there, Axe Poison?
Action.
Oh, I'm there.
I assume Duncan does his smashy thing.
Yeah. I want to do a reverse smash to shut the door.
Oh, you want to shut the door?
I mean, I don't want to flood the chamber with magma, but I do not want the control room to be filled with steam.
Well,
either.
all you basically need to do is remove the panel and tear out the controlling hydraulics of the thing that you want to not work.
I will do so.
Did you want to go through this door eventually? Because maybe that would be a bit more complicated. I'm sure you'll be able to lift it. You'll be fine.
I will be fine.
Big strapping Warforged team.
With an elf.
Assuming that you can... No, the elf's not here.
Thank
So,
God.
upon closing the door, I'm gonna see what I gotta do to get this bad boy off the ground.
If we cut away from this scene over to the other side of the mountain ridge, the elves are sitting down, or their dragon is hunched down, playing chess with one of the other elves, and two of the other elves have got a tea set out, and they are marveling at the rapidity of the boiling of the water at high altitude. It's boiling, but it's not hot. Is this magic? No, it's just physics. Meanwhile. Sorry, Russell, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get the ship to take off.
Oh, this is just the door control panel.
But this
Right.
not the control room.
No, this is just the door control. You could go through the door, through the wall of fire. Oh yeah, the wall of fire. That makes it difficult.
I could swear you referenced this room as the control room.
They're beyond the closing door. is the control room. So this is the last line of defense, the two shield guardians. And next to the closing door is a control panel. And that is the thing that you are using the Arcana and stuff on to stop the trap and the doors closing or opening.
So in my mind, I had stopped the trap, gone beyond that door, and was trying to close it from the other side.
Okay.
Oh, so you're trying to close us in with them?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound so cool.
Or rather, close him away from everyone else.
Like it's like door closing.
I mean, if I've got to shut the door to guarantee that the steam doesn't destroy the control room, I'm going to do it while I'm in the control room.
Question is, what's in the control room?
Hopefully not my doom.
Probably
So-
just like some dwarf with a silly hat on, right? Some engineering dwarf. A cog in the machine, right? It's not like a spell jamming vessel has the most important member of spell casting ability controlling the ship. Like some sort of a dwarven super cleric or some power of gods on his side.
Well, I thought the ship was powered by the forges.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That is true. That is what charges the engine. So, Slinky?
Can Slinky, well, I guess he can't ascertain shit because everything's obscured.
Rourt's going to try and call Slinky over to him.
I must say, this room would be rather loud right now.
Slink, get over here. Get next to me.
A roaring, two fires.
Yeah, two fires, massive amounts of steam, the closing hydraulic, the whirring of the gears, the pounding of metal, and screeching of daggers on gear components. It's a loud room.
How long does that storm stay?
1 until the end of your next turn.
Oh, thank God.
Well, I mean, Slinky's gonna try to stab and go.
Sure. Stab. He's right next to him, so no penalties for striking.
He's gonna hit once.
Oh, his armor class is back up to 19, by the way.
Okay, still hits.
Cool.
$21 damage.
Total?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, and one more attack. So that'll be 28 total.
Nice. Okay, they're looking slightly worse for wear. Nothing that wouldn't buff out, though. Bit of a chamois, some wax. Canuba wax, that'd be fine.
A chamois?
Chamois.
ShamWow?
That's a brand name. Okay. A chamois. That would be Jada.
Okay, Rourt's going to try and grapple this. He's going to put his sword away and try to grapple this robot again. It needs to make a 17 athletics or acrobatics check. Tested.
Definitely athletics. Rolls a 17.
Oh, okay, alright. So I can't seem to wrestle him anymore. And then I'm going to move... I'm just going to shuffle slightly to get next to... Slinky.
Yep.
And then, that ends my turn. And then Bones is going to... He can't really do anything, so he's just going to ask if Freedom can cast any spells. So do Modrons have any like magic or anything? Do you do anything special? Like, you know, like one of these, and I just blast an Eldritch Blast in a random direction. Do you have anything like that?
I don't think Freedom does. He's a barbarian.
Okay, alright. Okay, that ends his turn then.
Freedom goes,
Aren't we all barbarians?
no. He actually hits with one. 7 points of damage.
Ooh. That's pretty good.
Yep. All damage is good damage. Okay. So you fire an Eldritch Blast in just a random direction.
Yeah, just to be like, can you do one of these? Do you want me to roll an attack for it, or?
No, it's still good. Okay, so the Shield Golem number 2 regenerates. And it's going to spin around and attack Slinky.
Ew, no.
So it's a 15 and a 13, 20.
One hit.
That does 9 points of damage.
I should have put my shield on. I just realised. I have Shield Master. I can use my reaction to give it a disadvantage, but I don't have my shield on. Oh. Next round.
It's never too late. Yeah.
It's very nearly too late.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Yeah, you guys are like hard up against
Don't worry.
the damaging part of the
I've
the
got
heat.
a plan. I've got a plan. Relax, guys. DARPA can 1v1 the other one, I think.
Okay. So the rain shuts off. The first shield golem regenerates. And he is bereft of targets, so he steps over
No,
right
I
up
was,
against...
I was right next to him. DARPA was.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So he slams DARPA.
I shouldn't have said anything. But it wouldn't have been fair. All right. Let's
So
see.
it's going to attempt to basically grab DARPA and throw him into the fire and
Alright.
hold him there. So he's going to attempt to grapple with... if he gets a hit with both of these dice, he's going to grab you. What's your armor class?
14.
Okay, he's got you. You're grappled.
All right.
And it goes and just holds you in the fire. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 27 points of damage.
All right.
Oof.
His hands are red hot now, like a cast iron skillet that's been put into a forge. Were you carrying any books?
No, he doesn't know how to read.
Right. Anything else flammable on your person?
No.
Any fashionable items of clothing?
Just monk robes.
Yeah, his robes are getting torched. He's going to be fighting naked.
You said 26 damage?
Yep.
All right.
And robots be naked.
No, not really.
All right. All right. So then it's my turn.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, technically, Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket Raccoon, is naked the entire time.
So DARPA's going to attempt to
Is he a
is
robot?
going to attempt to get out using his athletics. Get
Does
out
he
from
wear
the
pants?
grapple.
Okay.
That's a natural 19 plus 6, so I get.
You escape the grapple.
Right, and then he's going to run up the arm, I guess, and then
That'll be his entire turn.
that'll be.
Escape, grapple, and move.
Then he's going to defensive stance.
Okay.
Patient defense. There we go. That's what it's called. So any
Alright.
any attacks against him will be at disadvantage. And then since the robot hasn't moved at all, I'm gonna shoot him. Or I'm gonna shoot at the same spot that I've been shooting at. I guess disadvantage.
Could you use your character names?
Yes, Mark is going to fire blast. Can I just target the same area that I've been targeting, or?
Still disadvantage.
All right. So that's 14, and that's 19. So 14 plus 8 still hits. All right. 2d10. That's going to be 2 points of damage, fire damage.
It all counts. All right. I'm going to note down. He's also going to take 10 points of damage on the start of his next turn, which will cancel out his regeneration. Okay. Russell. Duncan is now on the other side of a closed door.
Second wind. For 11. Just need to do that like 8 more times.
Yeah. It's like hot glue gun. Takes out some ever-ready batteries. Duracells.
And he's gonna drink a healing potion.
There's like music playing. Takes out an iPad. Hits Netflix. Meanwhile, on the other side of the door. Yeah. the grinding and wrenching of heated up metal.
So I think that leaves him with a movement. So he'll stand up and
Mosey on over.
check out his surroundings.
He folds up his camping chair, puts it in the storage compartment. Wanders over and looks around the corner into the control room. And sure enough, there is a figure sitting in a large central chair. It's kind of like it's very much like the original Star Trek Enterprise bridge. Looks just like that, like stations for people standing around dials and widgets, and a central chair on a little raised platform with a little banister too far away from it to be effective against anything, apart from people like running towards it when the camera shakes. That's about it. And in that chair is an impressively armored figure of a dwarf with winged helmet, cloak, and big burly arms, who is staring straight ahead.
Does he have a red shirt?
It's yellow.
Oh no. That means they can't die.
Yeah.
Straight ahead at me.
Nope, staring ahead at a wall. I mean, clearly huge commotion going on in the room just beyond.
Arcana check?
Sure.
Seven.
This is a control room. That is a dwarf. A dwarf, not an Aesir.
Parlay in Dwarven.
No response. Okay, next is Slinky.
You're next to You're next to me now.
Yeah.
Rort has moved up to you.
But
Was Rort grappling that? Oh no, that's
He failed the grapple.
No.
is it still obscured?
Mm-hmm. Not from you though. You're still adjacent to it, getting pounded by it.
Miss all but one attack.
Oh, brutal. FYI, you really need to hit these things. Hit them very hard. A lot.
Well, I got 16 on my sneak attack die. 23.
23 damage.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Good news. It's below half hit points. It goes. Jada.
Okay, I just forgot this last turn, but I can grapple twice because I have two multi-attack. So, first grapple attempt. It has to be a 24. I just rolled an 18. Athletics or acrobatics.
It rolls a 1. It is seriously grappled.
I'm going to push it into its own firewall. That's the furthest firewall, I guess.
It's hard up against the wall. Slinky's back there. That is quite effective. Nice.
And then I'm going to headbutt it.
Okay.
So that's a 21 hit.
You're going to grapple the thing on fire. Sorry, you're going to headbutt the thing on fire.
Yeah, why not? So that's four damage.
Okay. Then, are you going to let it go and back up, or are you going to take the 10 points of damage?
I'm going to hold it there. I'm going to stay holding it there. So I take 10 points of damage.
You're gonna, on the start of your next turn.
Okay. And then I say, Slinky, backpack, left hand pocket, and that ends my turn. And then of course, Bones is gonna, like, looking at like what Mark's doing. He's gonna try and copy Mark. And be like, oh, this is what we're doing, is it? We're gonna shoot little pew-pews in there, and with disadvantage, that's a 13, and a natural 20 or a 2, so that's like a 7.
Oh.
And I don't have any better ideas. That's in my turn.
Cool. The Freedom goes into a rage.
The Freedom. Okay.
He drops his crossbow, reaches behind himself, and takes out 2 hand axes out of like nowhere, and goes "Ah!" and runs through the fire.
Ooh.
Oh God.
He's okay.
I hope he's a. I hope he's a bear totem.
He's a Cassio totem.
Oh,
Cassie.
The new thing. Oh, what are those unbreakable watches? The G-Shock or something? His G-Shock totem.
Rolex.
Or Nokia. Nokia. Well, it's suitably Scandinavian. Buick. He can survive drops from an infinite height. Okay. He attacks. Ooh, that's good. What's a hand axe? It's 1d8, right?
1d6.
Well, he gets strength bonus. So he does 6 points of damage.
the tiny little Mojon's stronger than me.
He's not that small. He's quite chunky. He's almost large. Okay.
He got stuck in a fire pole hole.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. So, Shield Golem number 2 regenerates. And he's still attacking Slinky. Oh no, he's grappled. So he tries to escape the grapple. And he's also on fire.
Does fire not prevent the regeneration?
Good point.
He needs to. I rolled an 18, so he needs to contest a 24 athletics.
Natural 20. Finally. Unfortunately, it's on a grapple and not an attack, but that's all right. He doesn't like being grappled, so he's going to switch his attention from Slinky to Rort next turn. Top of the round, Shield Golem number 1. His regeneration was cancelled out by the firewall. He steps aside and continues to attack Dava, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, just punch yourself, boy, because I'm up on your shoulder.
So that is... What's your armor class?
14. Not great.
14.
14.
Quite low for a
Wow,
Warforged.
He only needs an 8, a 7 or better to hit you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so well, he hits you twice.
Oh.
Yeah. Rolls 3 on the dice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 2 6s. Okay. So 12, 19, 21, 22, 23, 23 points of damage. To the crotch.
All right.
Spit out a ball bearing or two.
Yeah. DARPA's not happy with this. He's gonna he's gonna attack 3 times. So first is
Spits out a couple of cans of soda.
not enough to hit.
My mother was a vending machine.
Not enough to hit. That one is a 21 to hit. So that will hit. And on that last one, he's also going to add a stunning strike to it, and I need a Constitution save. It's going to be 5 damage. Jesus
What's
Christ.
the DC on the Constitution save?
12.
Oh, okay, he makes.
Yeah. Oh,
11.
DARPA's fucked. So he's going to not do anything because he doesn't have anything else. So then Mark's gonna witch bolt at the
Should have been that would have been the first thing I did if I had Witch Bolt, man.
It's
Witch
always
bolts?
the first thing you do.
3
Always
turns
the
ago.
first thing. Yeah,
I
it
You
is-
play
I'm
with
not-
AJ, you know he's casting Witch Bolt immediately.
I'm not a huge fan of witch bolt. It's always fucked
It's
me.
awesome. You just don't need to make any, like, if nobody's attacking you, you just Witch Bolt them until to death.
The
So
Ghostbusters
that's,
spell.
Yeah, Proton Blast.
That's a 19, so it misses.
Yeah.
His AC's 21, right?
No, it's 19.
No, his AC is 19.
I thought he had the amulet, which made his AC
Oh,
21.
it's 19 if they're together. It's 17 if they're separate.
The other one is on the other side of the
Oh.
room in jumped out of the firewall.
So that is...
Yeah, so it's AC 17 right now.
So, alright.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, in play, these guys are basically going and like doing disco dance moves to fend off attacks to each other.
Such a great use of a second level spell. Actually, it's 24 points of damage.
24, nice.
Yeah. So now he doesn't even have to. Now he doesn't even have to roll with disadvantage. Now he can just deal damage.
Yep.
It's only a D12, but hey, that's my turn.
That will effectively cancel out his regeneration every turn and a little bit more. If you roll well. If. Okay, Russell.
So, not getting a reaction, Duncan is just going to pull a chunk of chalk out of his mundane item stash, and he's going to start drawing a teleportation circle.
Wait, doesn't that take like an hour to do?
It's totally not what I was expecting you to do. Awesome, okay. I thought you were going to like throw it at the side of his head. Don't even ask how I can make those noises.
And Slink is going to stab because it's all he understands.
Right?
I told Slink, the left-hand pocket.
Yeah, you aren't grappling anymore, so
Oh, well.
Right.
he's like, whatever.
See, 15 hypotenuse, carry the 4, subtracted by the longitude. Stab!
2 hits.
Turn stab dial to 11. Maximum stab achieved. You have unlocked a new achievement.
19
stab.
damage.
Excellent. Starting to really feel it now. It's quite alarmed by Slinky's damage dealing capacity. You can tell because a little red light has popped up on the... Literally alarmed. Whoop, 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 whoop. So, how long does it take to, how long does it take to draw a teleportation circle?
Well, longer than an action, that's for sure. It's like a ritual.
10 minutes?
Casting time's 1 minute.
1 minute. Not bad. Okay. Feel the bowls, little frog wings. Bits and pieces. Frog wings. Frog wings? Did I just say frog wings?
Yeah, frog wings.
Okay. Frog wings, of course.
The flying frogs.
Jada.
Okay. Rort is going to, considering that Slinky's not paying attention, he's going to spend his action to pull his shield out and put it on, and then he's going to pull out 2 potions of greater healing, and he's trying to give one to Slinky if Slinky will stop stabbing the creature, and then and then his bonus.
Well, the rain has stopped, and the steam has mostly pooled in the upper level of the room, so visibility has been restored somewhat.
And he's going to realize that things are getting bad, so he's going to go, and second wind's going to take place, giving him back 15 hit points.
Nice.
Bringing him back to full. And then he's going to Action Surge. And
nice. He also notices that he now has a enraged Modron standing next to him who is hacking with some small axes.
So he's going to, for his action, he's going to try and grapple this robot again. That's a, it needs to make a 12 athletics or acrobatics check.
Rolls a 13 on the dice.
And then needs to make a 21 athletics or acrobatics check.
I'll be right back.
Rolls an 8.
Back into the fire you go.
Psst, fuck.
Everything made can be unmade.
Oh, that's so fucking metal.
So that's 10, 17, 22.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'm missing dinner.
One of the healing potions has just gone ting 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 and just bounced across the floor now. Because he had to grapple.
Okay.
So.
It's looking very wounded.
And that's all he can do on his turn? At the moment?
Yep. It's also going to cancel out its healing again.
And
Okay.
then Bones is going to... Can't really see anything. He has disadvantage.
No.
No?
He doesn't have disadvantage anymore. No.
He doesn't? Okay. Well, that was a 7 and a 4 anyway. That's a, 8 and 12.
As Freedom went running through the wall, Bones got a brief glimpse into the room, noticed exactly what the position of the shield golem was, and also the steam has dissipated and got halfway up the room. So he got a bead on it and fired without disadvantage on this turn.
Okay, well, he missed anyway, so...
Oh, shit.
Both dice were really crap, so...
Can't say I wasn't fair. Okay. Shield golem number 2.
He was too stunned by Freedom's recklessness and fired late.
Yep.
Stalled.
Shield golem number 2 steps back out of the fire. It cancels out his healing, and he slams a Rort.
He wants to break my grapple.
He wasn't grappled.
The one I action surged and grappled and pushed into the.
Oh! I see. Okay.
So he's got to roll again. And he's got to be a 24. I rolled an 18.
He rolls a 1.
Okay. Well, he has 2 attacks. That means he can attempt a second breakthrough.
17, 18,
No,
19,
the
20,
breakthrough-
21.
The breakthrough is the attack action. It's just the action. He's got 2 attacks possible, but he's only got 1 action, and breaking out is an action.
Is it? I thought every attack could substitute for a grapple attempt.
Yes, can substitute for a grapple attempt, but you can't substitute an escape for a attack.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so that's both of them, I believe. So that would be Shield Golem number 2. Wait, I'm confused.
One's in the fire, one's fighting DARPA.
Yeah. I believe it's Shield Golem. It's the top of the.
Won't be fighting him for long.
Oh, so that was the end. That was Shield Golem number 2's turn. So it's now Shield Golem number 1.
Yeah.
Is he in the fire?
No.
No. Okay, so he heals. Man, that regeneration is a total bitch. And there's no way you can shut it off, short of killing them. As long as they've got 1 hit point, they heal 10 hit points per turn. At the start of its turn. That is brutal. Okay, it pounds DARPA twice. And DARPA's got a very low armor class.
Just to tell me what the first one is, and I'll tell you whether or not it takes me out, so he can know whether or not I'm unconscious.
It actually misses with the second attack. It rolls a 6. 6 plus. Yeah. That's 13. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
Alright. DARPA is unconscious.
Awesome. His skull ricochets off the back wall, and he lands flat on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Shield Golem is going to raise its leg up to stomp him to make sure that he is dead.
Mm-hmm.
As they do. That's how they're programmed. Okay. Bryce, it is your turn.
Alright, death saving throw. It's a 13, so first save.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do 1 point of damage. Alright, that's my turn.
So Mark is doing 1 point of damage with the Eldritch Blast to the Golem.
No, with the Witch Bolt.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Nice. Okay, Russell. Welcome back.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is Slinky doing?
He checks Rot's backpack.
Okay. What's in the backpack, Bryce? Jada?
The potions that I grabbed out, he didn't do it. One of them's on the floor now, by the way, so... Potions are greater healing.
So the potion's on the floor?
Yeah. There's 2 in the bag,
Yeah.
and I brought 2 out, and then I had to let go of 1 to grapple the creature.
Alright, I'll get the one off the floor.
44 plus 4. Is that how Warforged drink? I thought they just had like a little fuel pouch that they were just...
It's optional.
It's a...
I want to,
These are the healing potions that we got from the when we smashed up those robots in the circle robots.
Yep.
I want to feed it to the monk.
Okay.
You're gonna get attacked if you do
can,
that.
yeah, you're gonna get punched.
So attack.
Shit happens.
I've got more of them if you move me.
I'm still gonna feed it to the monk.
So you don't provoke attacks of opportunity to going into the shield golem number 1's danger zone, and the other shield golem is still grappled, so it can't make an opportunity attack against you, I believe.
Can still try.
If we're going rules as written, it can. But
What if it's grappled?
Yeah, grapple just means it can't move. Its speed is 0.
Well, that's a shitty rule.
Oh. Well, it makes attack. It rolls a 1, so fuck it. DM wins. Haha! Through shitty dice. Boo.
Monk is healed for 12.
So I am at 12 hit points.
And Slink is going to take the dodge action.
Roll. Don't roll too close to the fire, by the way. I like how this is all happening within like a 5-foot corridor of movement with flame on both sides. Meanwhile, there's a pack of like marshmallows, which is just a smear on one side, and on the other side, popcorn is just firing out from an armpit.
Yeah, that fire really Mark.
It's getting hot, really hot. Superheated steam starts to vaporize and become plasma.
It burned Duncan for like 50 damage.
Fuck. God damn it.
This would be like a perfect place to bake a pizza. So,
Whose turn is it?
so that was Russell's turn. It's now Jada.
Okay. Rort is going to doing pretty well now after that good second wind. He's just gonna shove this creature back in the fire and make sure he stays in there. And that's, so make 19, so 25 athletics or acrobatics check.
You already took the 10 damage from the fire, right?
Yeah. When I started my turn last round. I just marked it down.
What was the roll, sorry?
It needs to be a 25 athletics or acrobatics check.
I've got to roll an actual 20. Nope.
Okay, he just holds him into the fire. That's the end of his turn. And then Bones is going to go for his shots.
Wait a minute.
I'm waiting.
Let me wait this out.
Math. The enemy of all D&D players.
Okay,
It's on 4 hit points.
okay. He's going to headbutt it again then if he sees it up for 18. Oh, he rolled a 1, which is still 4 damage.
Nice. So it's like, and there's a little as you destroy the Gulra symbol inside its skull, and it goes. It just stops instantly.
Shove the corpse into the fire.
Yeah, it just slowly
And then
heats up. The wood bits around its arms and legs go up in flames, and the whole thing is a red, glowing, burnished heap of slag.
And then he'll he's gonna start moving towards DARPA.
Yep.
Then and then Bones is gonna go for his. Bones is gonna go for his pews. I think he's gonna miss again for a 16 and 17.
Yep. 17 will hit.
Oh, will it? This is the first time Bones has done something for a while. He does 1 damage. Woo! Oh no, sorry, he rolls two. He rolls 2 attacks because he's a high level. Okay, that's another 17. So then he takes 1 damage and 3 damage. That's 4 damage.
Excellent. Shield Golem 2 is dead. Top of the round, Shield Golem number 1. Is he in fire? No.
Nope.
So he regenerates. He goes and attempts to stomp on Dava. And punch. He hits with 1. Does 15 points of damage.
All right, he's out again.
Yeah. Jesus, that was a 6 and a 5.
What about the second attack?
No, he misses.
Okay.
So you're like, it's the foot, like Godzilla versus Bambi.
Godzilla versus Bambi.
And it is your turn, Bryce.
All right.
Does the flame wall go out when the golem dies?
Oh, that's a good point. No, it doesn't.
So Darpa's back up at 1 hit point.
You rolled a 20 on his death save.
He rolled a natural 20 on his death save.
Nice.
All right, and he's gonna do 3 attacks. Fuck me, please hit. One of them hits.
You savage his ankle.
4 points of damage, and then the witch bolt is gonna deal its damage again.
Guys, I'm running out of room to record his hit points.
1 point of damage.
The column is reached all the way down the end of the page.
1 point of damage. So that's both of my turns.
He just dies automatically when he gets to the bottom of the page, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, that's got to be true. Okay. Russell. I wish I had an actual blackboard.
20.
Here's some Blackboard ASMR.
Yeah. It's for the ASMR people.
Dice noise. D&D ASMR.
48 damage.
Oh, shit.
A miss.
48.
And 2 more misses.
Okay. Jada.
Darpa's going. I'm sorry. Raught's going to go over to Darpa. He's going to have his shield ready, and he's going to offer him a potion of greater healing. But other than that, he's just going to. He's just going to unarmed strike this. He doesn't have his sword out because. So that's a 10 and a 14. Gonna miss.
Okay.
And then Bones is gonna go pew pew. And that's a 13 and a 12. It's gonna miss.
Eldritch Blast goes off the shield of Rort. It's like no damage whatsoever, but just like.
What about freedom?
Hey. Oh, freedom. Freedom is still attacking the down. No, he realizes that he's dead. Turns and 2 hits. Okay, he's not very good at this. So that's 9 points of damage total. Still cancels out his healing. Yes, king. It looks a bit scary, actually. Top of the round, Shield Golem number 1 heals. And continues to attack Darpa. Because he moved. That is 2 hits. Oh. God, that's brutal. I need the calculator.
Oh, did he roll attacks against DARPA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, two of them.
I intercede with my shield mastery, protection style. He has to make one at disadvantage.
Oh. Well, it would have been a natural 20.
Okay, well, there you go.
But he still hits. He still hits with the 8. Plus 5 plus 8 equals. That's 24 points of damage total.
Okay. So the second hit is an automatic crit.
Why?
Because he would have been unconscious after the first one.
Oh, I don't do that.
There's no second hit because of the protection fighting style.
But he rolled a natural 20
Oh, okay, never mind.
for the second one.
No, but it prevented it beforehand. There was no second one because before the second one could be a natural 20, it was prevented.
No. The hit wasn't a natural 20 originally. He still hit with his second one.
There's no crit.
All good.
Next. Bryce, it is your turn.
Sorry about that. I guess rolling a death save.
Is it a 1?
DARPA is dead.
Oh, it's a 1.
Hang on, don't you need to fail 3?
A natural 1 is 2 fails, and I got hit from the last round, so that's 3.
You're on positive hit points. You got hit twice, putting you to 0.
No, the first hit put me to 0. Then the second hit gave me a failed save.
Ah, right.
And then that's 2. So DARPA's dead.
Moment of silence for DARPA. Okay, next.
All right, gonna do another D12. 1 point of damage.
Right. Russell.
Slinky misses 4 attacks, and Duncan keeps doing his circle.
Okay.
Oh, you're no longer hasted because of the.
Slinky misses 2 attacks, and Duncan keeps doing his circle.
Jada.
Rourt's going to pull out his greatsword. He's going to wail on this Shield Guardian. Oh, that's good. Okay, well, one of the misses is 3. The other one's like a 26 to hit. So that is 9 points of slashing damage. Sorry, 10 points of slashing damage. And Bone's going to go for his shebang bangs. And 2 and a 20. Okay, so the 20 is going to hit for 7 points of force damage.
Crit?
20 non-natural.
Okay. 7, did you say?
Yep. It was a 9 and a 7 between both the characters.
Did your Witch Bolt only do... You're rolling really low on your Witch Bolt. Are you rolling the right amount of dice, Bryce?
Yeah, 1d12.
Okay.
The initial dice is the only one that gets more if you do it at a higher level.
Okay. Okay. Top of the round. It heals up. Still going down. Net is going down though. You are doing more than 10 points of damage each round. It is pretty sure that DARPA is dead. But just to be on the safe side, it's going to attack one more time on DARPA, and then it's going to aim a blow at Rort. And that attack is 15.
It gets wrought.
Yeah.
Misses.
Nice. Off the shield. Bryce.
Yes.
Your turn.
All right. Oh, gonna try and I'm gonna drop the Witch Bolt and I'm gonna cast it again, just so I can. All right, that's 24 to hit.
Yep.
So this is second level again. 5 points of damage.
All right. Would you like to make 2 attack rolls for freedom, please? There's a D20 plus 4.
2 natural ones. You shouldn't ask me to roll anything.
Okay, you have entered the dark time,
Yeah.
where all dice will turn against you and seek your lives. Okay.
I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Can this episode be named Natural 1 in honor of me?
To be fair, you rolled a lot of really good rolls at the start, and now Dharma is biting you in the ass. All right. Russell.
Slink hits twice for 26 damage.
Ooh. That's the way. It's probably going to concentrate all of its attacks on Slinky, all things considered. Nice. So there's been 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds of ritual drawing. So 6, 12. It's like 30 seconds, almost. Jada.
2 attacks with my longsword. That is a 23 or a 7. So I'm guessing 23 is going to hit for 10 points of slashing damage, and then pew with Eldritch Blasts. That's going to be a 21 and a 7 and a 13. So missing, and that's 7 points of force damage. That's 17 total damage, force and magical slashing.
Nice. Top of the round, it heals up. That wiped out half its hit points. Well done. It true to form, turns around and attacks Slinky with 2 attacks. JD, you can intervene.
If one of them,
I believe,
if one of them hits, then I'll force a protection.
Oh, they're both going to hit.
Okay, one of them's a disadvantage.
So 15 or it's a natural 20. Okay, so that's both going to hit. Slinky, what's your armor class?
17.
Yeah, they both hit. Oh. No, it's not good when the DM sucks air through his teeth. 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's down.
Can't you half that with your reaction?
Uncanny dodge. You have that?
Yeah. Yeah, he should. He's multiple levels in a row.
I didn't think you could. It's just an attack.
Against
Well,
any
yeah.
one source of damage per round as a reaction.
Uncanny
God,
dodge
they
is-
changed so many rules. Yeah, he's still up.
Okay.
Well, that's uncanny dodge is different from evasion.
In 3.5, uncanny dodge or something else, but don't worry about it.
That probably would have reduced about 20 points of hit points, so just add that on. All right. Bryce.
All right. Which one has not fucking betrayed me tonight? You know what? I'm gonna roll a D10 instead of a D12, maybe. No, that's okay. That's 8 points of damage as the lightning fizzles around it.
All right. I'm running out of damage room again. I took up a second columnist. And attacks for freedom, please.
All right.
Freedom!
That's a +4.
Mhm.
So that's a 16 and a 10.
Okay. Russell.
It's like he did 20 damage.
Ooh. All right. He's looking pretty close to death. Jada.
Alright. Ooh, okay. 21 and a 25. I think I might behead him. They both do 10 damage. There's 20 slashing damage total.
His head flies off his shoulders.
Now I'd like to kick his body into the fire.
So the
Combat over.
so the spell fades from Mark's thing, and he's like, "Oh, well, I guess they are finished in there. That is good. I will wait for the fire to
Yeah,
abide."
the lightning bolt just carries on. Eventually, the fire dissipates. You guys are all very, very, very hot. Like fry an egg on you hot. Bing, bing, bing.
Mark's gonna go over to DARPA and he's going to pick his body up. Well, attempt to pick his body up. Actually, I'll do a strength check. That's a fucking natural 20.
Woof.
So he picks his body up and he begins inspecting him. What happened?
It is quite impaired.
Rort is going to bring out his water skin that he has for some reason and then just squirt it on himself.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Is
Take
it?
1 point of damage.
Good.
One of your panels warps.
Deforms. Deforms.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Pulled a muscle.
Yeah, essentially. I'm gonna need a massage.
Okay.
It's impacting on the fibers. Oh.
I tell him we've got to bring DARPA with us. Maybe we can fix him in the next room. We'll find out. And the door's closed though, isn't it? And there's still a wall of fire
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Should
the wall of fire slowly dissipates, and moments after that, there is a whoosh as a circle of teleportation activates in the next chamber.
Bones is kind of bored when he enters in, although when he sees DARPA dead, then he's super interested. And
Doors don't automatically open.
Oh,
You
don't?
need to use strength check on that one.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Can we all line up? Freedom, can you help us? Any barbarian rage and lift the door with us?
An axe goes into the wall.
No, we need it lifted up. Need lifting. Lift.
That is when we discover that freedom's rage never ends.
Freedom's rage.
Oh,
That's my secret cat. I'm
It's just
always angry.
Yeah, he's just an angry D6 for the rest of his days.
3. You ready? Oh, everyone get up against this door.
One of his faces is always raging.
Yeah, one of his faces.
It's like, hello, motherfucker!
Alright. All on 3, we all lift the door. Except for
You lift the
Darpa.
door.
You get permission to sit out this one.
It's a -2.
Yeah, I got a 7. Bones gets a -1.
Kind of machines are you?
Sorry, 0. He gets a 0.
Freedom gets a 19 plus whatever.
Freedom's the strongest, apparently.
like you got a 12.
Nice. Freedom does most of the work. Gets the door up.
Thank you, Freedom.
He's like foaming at the mouth.
I would like to leave this place. It has not been worth it.
And then we come into a room where Duncan is crayoning the ground. Duncan, what are you doing?
Look, a way out.
Wait,
Did
what?
Slinky get killed, or is he alive? Or
Slinky is live.
okay,
Does Slinky need a healing potion? Because he can have another one if he needs it.
Slinky needs all the healing potions. Drink the healing potion and like a bit of it squirts out the side of your neck.
I mean, not if we're leaving right now, but
How are we leaving?
the past 10 rounds that Duncan spent
Oh, I thought that was a joke.
making a teleportation circle.
You have 5th
No.
level spells?
I have it because of what happened in the campaign.
That's what the squeaking sounds was him drawing the teleportation circle.
Okay.
He's going to... Darpa's going to be like looking over at this dwarf in the chair. And be like, so Duncan, have you spoken to the dwarf over there then?
I briefly attempted to, and then I thought better of continuing to attempt to.
Rourt's going to go over to the dwarf and...
He scares the shit out of me.
And
As soon as you walk up beside the dwarf goes,
so he reacts when I...
yeah, he's looking right at you.
I double
It's
checked.
just
I pushed it up and down in front of his face just to double check to see if he's...
You can't. Your hand reaches an impenetrable field of force.
Oh, okay.
He's force fielded.
All right, Duncan. So how about that teleportation circle?
I mean, it's ready to go if you want to use it.
Freedom, you have to stand inside this circle.
It looks like he's trapped in there, no? Which means he may not be a willing captain of this vessel.
I don't know. Can you speak Dwarvish? Because I can't.
I'm going to approach the force field and yell in Dwarvish. Can you hear me?
He nods.
Are you trapped here?
The elf isn't here with us, is he? So
No.
I'm going to tell Duncan to. Can you ask him about what was the elf's family name? Can you ask him about Dalagrageth? Does he know anything about Dalagrageth?
The
He
dwarf.
came from the future with us.
The dwarf looks over at the sound of that name and says, "In common."
In common?
You can't tell me you're in league with knife hairs.
Not entirely by choice. As in, not at all by choice.
I got one question. What are you?
Gonna open up a panel or something and just show off all my hardware to him. I'm gonna say the elves also are very interested in what we are, which is why we had to come here.
He
Creation gone.
he sees Freedom, who's clearly a Modron. He says, "If you had asked, I would have let you in."
I guess if we had met under different pretenses, things would be a lot better. But because we were in the vague servitude of an elf, we had to be more...
Going by the glaring set of his eyebrows, he's not a person for big, complicated words.
We don't like the elf that much.
An elf and several dragons were watching us.
Oh yes, the dragons. We forgot to mention there was also dragons.
What'd they pay you?
Oh, he's
I hold up the moss rod. I hold up the moss rod that is the fireball scroll. And this.
I bring out one of the diamonds.
The main payment was not killing us, I'm fairly sure.
The dwarf goes beep beep, flicks a switch on his on his helm, and one of the side panels on the ship opens up. It's clearly a safe or a vault of some kind. Would this be sufficient for you to switch sides?
What's in the vault?
What indeed?
Does it involve a way to bring back our friend?
Nay.
Gold, rubies, gemstones, hats,
Diamonds. Diamonds. These are a particular type of diamonds that have not been seen since 4th edition, called astral diamonds.
Ooh.
They're basically like the Visa cards of the multiverse. Or possibly MasterCard, I'm not sure.
I think the generator is looking for a bit of side hustle.
At the back, behind the diamonds, which obviously capture your attention because they're prominently displayed, there is one scroll. It's a dwarven scroll, so it's like a tablet. And there is a bag of powder.
Alright, I look to everyone else and I just say, so who here's for the elf or who here's for the dwarf?
I don't think I like either of them, but the dwarf is offering money, so I will take it.
I was considering ejecting the elf into the phlogiston, so that conceals the deal as far as I'm concerned.
I was not a huge fan of the way that they treated us. as if we were peasants and they noble.
The dwarf.
The dwarf hears the word phlogiston, then realizes that you are not from the world of Toril, but have come on a spelljamming vessel or hitched a ride on the Citadel itself. The penny drops. Where are you from?
If I said Perrin, would it mean anything to you?
Nay,
I swear, the elves didn't know where we came from. I don't think you would know where we came from.
try me.
I'm going to say Yggdrasil. That's one of the places we've been to.
Not originally.
And then I'm going to say the City of Brass.
Aye, you came from the City of Brass after us.
We were also there under the service of a Marad. We get around a lot. Duncan said he was from some place called Dawes.
Ubla. Pasha Ubla.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Well, you got no business here. His sticky fingers is not in our business.
Oh, we're not with him anymore. His contract has ended.
Then what's to say you're going to stay in contract with me? You seem to turn your coats like a halfling in a kitchen.
Have you heard of a dog-like creature? What did you call him again, Duncan?
Phantom.
Orin.
The same.
How can you possibly know Phantom Orin? He's from here. Aye, I get it.
I filled contracts.
How long has it been? Where did you meet Phantom Orin?
Sigil.
Ah, that's not your Phantom Orin. That's this world's Phantom Orin.
I don't quite follow.
He's 5,000 years younger, boy.
So he doesn't know me yet.
Nay. Whatever beef you have with him, leave it for the future. He knows you're not. It might pay not to mention that you've met him. As far as I know, he shouldn't be long. Maybe make yourself scarce. Funny, did he mention that he'd met you before?
I don't believe so. I shall make myself scarce.
Well, there's a room in the back of the control there for suits and stuff. You can wait in the cloakroom.
There was just the 3 elves and 1 dragon that was outside. You think that'd be a problem?
I got no business with them. I'm just dropping off cargo. This is just a routine mission to drop off some stuff for some fire giants from some fire giants. Of course, the properties of the ship itself is what allows us to charge so much.
Oh, now Rort feels bad.
Do you get the feeling that he doesn't know what happened to his crew?
Yeah. Raw feels. Oh, there might have been the elf might have killed a lot of dwarves. Yes, that's definitely what happened.
What? How many?
So Duncan, that teleportation circle, is that good to go?
It's good to go.
All right.
Where
Well,
are we going?
Duncan, where would the circle take us?
That's a good question.
The only teleportation circle I know of is the one in the witch's hut. but
Can it take us there? That's interplanar travel.
It's another
Time
planet.
travel and interplanar travel at the same time. Was there? Do we make one on the ship?
hold on, let me look up how teleportation.
I mean, I was
works.
So the dwarf has just said that the time travel is a function of the ship.
Wait, the ship? It's his ship.
Mm-hmm.
So were we caught in the time warp?
yes.
That so our only way back is to follow this ship.
We need
Or
to go.
be in the ship.
Need to go back to the future.
I can't think anymore.
I don't want to leave Steve behind for another 5,000 years.
He's like Marvin the robot at the end of the universe, staring out the window with his pack of cards. So we will continue next week